Welcome everyone. Today's practice is going to be slow and supportive to build confidence for yoga. I've been practicing yoga for over 6 years and teaching yoga for 3 years. And one thing I found supportive of yoga is moving slowly to build confidence. During today's practice, there'll be some breath to movement Vinyasa style and also some holds where we continue to keep our breath flowing. And also recommend a blanket for support during your practice today. This can be a yoga blanket or any blanket you have at home. We'll begin in that comfortable seat, maybe using that blanket for support underneath your seat here. Again, moving into that comfortable seat, maybe Sukhasana, cross-legged. A few moments here to ground down into your seat, finding length in your spine, and bring the crown of your head up high, and then your hands resting wherever is comfortable, maybe on your knees, your legs, palms down, palms up. Whatever works best for you on this day. And allow yourself a few moments to feel situated on your mat. Maybe a soft gaze, maybe eyes closed. A few moments here focusing on breath, without making any changes or adjustments to your breath. Simply noticing how your breath feels on this day. Again, feel each inhale and feel each exhale. And maybe noticing the full cycle of your breath. Maybe noticing the pause between each inhale and exhale. Noticing how your breath transitions from an inhale to exhale and exhale to inhale. Stay with each inhale and stay with each exhale. And we'll take a few more rounds of breath right here like this. And as you feel ready, blinking, open your eyes. Maybe a few cleansing inhales and exhales. Maybe a few moments to shake out your arms. And then as you feel ready, returning to that comfortable seat. And on your next inhale, arms up high, either gaze forward or gaze towards the sky. And then exhale, side bend to the right hand down by your right hip, left fingertips overhead. And then inhale, return to center. And exhale, side bend to the left. And inhale, center. We'll go through that one more time each side. Exhale to the right. And inhale, center. And exhale to the left. And inhale, center. And on your next exhale, lowering your hands down towards your knees. And place your hands on your knees. We'll move through a seated cat-cow. And on your next inhale, moving into that seated cow, pressing your heart forward, lifting your gaze. And then exhale, cat, chin to chest, around your spine, pulling in here. And inhale, cow pose, lifting your gaze. And exhale, cat, curling in. And inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. And inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. And with your next few breaths, you can continue with that cow-cat flow or find some natural movement. Maybe that's rocking side to side, maybe rolling front to back. A few moments here to find any movement that's calling to you. It's natural movement. And keeping your breath flowing. Stay with each inhale and exhale as you continue to move. And then as you feel ready, returning to that neutral seat. And on your next inhale, extend your arms up high. And then exhale, finding a seated forward fold, only reaching out as far as you need here. Reaching your hands out, and then relax your arms, relax your head and your neck, relax your face here. Relax your face. We'll be here for a few rounds of breath. Again, maybe noticing that full cycle of your breath here. Noticing if your breath flows here a little different. And on your next exhale, walk your hands towards your legs. Plant your hands and then swivel your legs out from underneath you. We're going to move into a tabletop pose. Again, maybe using that blanket for support underneath your knees here. For tabletop, stacking shoulders over wrist and hips over knees. Your toes can be tucked here or untucked. whichever works best for you. And then as you feel situated in this tabletop, moving through a cow-cat flow. On your next inhale, cow pose, drop your navel, bring your gaze up towards the sky. And then exhale, cat, chin to chest, round your spine. And inhale, cow pose, broaden through your collarbones. And exhale, cat, press down with your hands, round your spine. And inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. And inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. And with your next few rounds of breath, you can continue with that cow-cat flow or find some natural movement, maybe side to side, front to back. Movement in your hips, your ankles, your feet, your arms. A few moments here to find any movement that's calling to you. And then as you feel ready, returning to a neutral tabletop. One more round of breath here in tabletop. Staying really strong with your hands pressing into the ground. And starting from this tabletop on your next inhale, extend your right foot behind you. And exhale, returning to the tabletop. And inhale, right foot behind. And exhale, tabletop. One more time through. Inhale, extending your right foot behind you. And exhale, tabletop. And we'll move on to the other side here on your next inhale, extending your left foot behind you. And exhale, tabletop. And inhale, left foot behind you. And exhale, tabletop. One more time through, inhale, left foot behind you. And exhale, tabletop. One round of breath here. On your next inhale, three-legged dog, extend your right foot behind you. And exhale, low lunge. Bring your right foot to your right thumb. And a few moments here to feel out the shape. Maybe rocking side to side, front to back. Notice how you feel here. Keeping your breath flowing. And on your next inhale, low crescent, sweeping your hands up, stacking shoulders over hips. And again, a few moments here to feel out the shape. Maybe side to side, front to back. Noticing how you feel here. And as you feel ready, bring your palms to touch out in front. And then exhale, archer's twist. Right fingers towards the back edge of your mat. And then inhale, swim forward, palms to touch. And exhale, archer's twist. And inhale, swim forward. And exhale, twist. And inhale, forward. One more time through. Exhale, twist. And inhale, forward. We'll meet again in that low crescent. And then exhale, low lunge. Hands on the mat. And inhale, tabletop. Right knee, right foot back. An option to stay here in this tabletop, or you can move into a plank pose, lifting your knees. Wherever you are, if you're in that plank pose or tabletop, on your next inhale, shifting shoulders over wrist. And then while keeping your elbows pinned to your sides, exhale, lower through chaturanga all the way to the ground. Pin your elbows to your sides. Keep that engagement locked in. Press down through the tops of your feet and your toes, little to no weight in your hands. And inhale, baby cobra. Lifting your heart, lifting your front body. Only going as far as you need here. Then exhale, lower back down. And then as you feel ready, moving back into that tabletop pose. One round of breath here. On your next inhale, extend your left foot behind you. And exhale, low lunge. Left foot to left thumb. Again, a few moments here to feel this out. Maybe rocking side to side, front to back. Feeling out this shape while you continue to keep your breath flowing. On your next inhale, low crescent, stacking shoulders over hips, biceps frame your ears. Again, a few moments here to feel out this shape. And then as you feel ready, palms to touch out in front. And on your next exhale, archer's twist. Left fingers towards the back edge of your mat. And on your next exhale, archer's twist, left fingers towards the back edge of your mat. And then inhale, swim forward. And exhale, twist. And inhale, forward. And exhale, twist. And inhale, forward. One more. Exhale, twist. And inhale, forward. We'll meet again in that low crescent. And on your next exhale, low lunge, hands to the mat. And inhale, tabletop, left knee, left foot back. Again, option to stay here in this tabletop pose, or option to move into plank, lifting your knees. Wherever you are on your next inhale, shifting shoulders over wrist. And then exhale, lowering through chaturanga all the way to the ground. Again, pin your elbows to your sides, press down through the tops of your feet and your toes. And then inhale that baby cobra, lifting your heart, lifting your front body. And then exhale, lower back down. And then as you feel ready, moving back into that tabletop pose. Option to stay here in this tabletop, or you can move into downward facing dog. If you're moving into downward facing dog, walk your hands one palm print forward, spread your fingers wide, and on your next exhale, downward facing dog, lift your hips up and back. And a few moments here to feel out the shape too. You can pedal through your feet, move side to side, keeping your breath flowing. Stay with each inhale and stay with each exhale. A few moments here to notice how your breath feels. Feeling your breath flow in this shape. Feel each inhale, maybe noticing the full cycle of your breath. Again, that strong engagement, pressing down and forward into your hands. Working towards pressing your front body towards your thighs. And your heels can be lifted here, keeping a gentle bend in your knees. And continue to breathe. One more round of breath here. And on your next inhale, look towards your hands. And then exhale, walking up towards your hands. You want your feet about hip width distance apart. And we'll move through Uttanasana Ragdoll. Just allowing your head and neck to hang heavy. Keeping a gentle bend in your knees here. Maybe swaying side to side. Maybe grabbing elbows, maybe grabbing shoulders. Okay, relax your head and your neck, relax your face, keeping your breath flowing here. And on your next inhale, moving into Tadasana, mountain pose, slowly rolling up. Bring your arms along your sides, palms facing forward. And on your next inhale, extended mountain pose, arms up high. Either gaze forward or gaze towards the sky. And as you feel ready, palms to touch out in front. And on your next exhale, that archer's twist. Right fingers towards the back edge of your mat. And then inhale, swim forward. And exhale, archer's twist. And inhale, forward. And exhale, twist. And inhale, forward. One more. Exhale, twist. And inhale forward. We'll meet again in that extended mountain pose. And on your next exhale, forward fold, thumbs to heart center. Again, you can keep a gentle bend in your knees here, flowing all the way down. Releasing your arms, releasing your hands to the mat. And on your next inhale, halfway lift, fingertips along your shins, crown of your head pulls forward. And then exhale, forward fold. And plant your hands on the mat. And moving back into that tabletop, bringing both knees back to the blanket for support. Again, option for tabletop or plank here. And wherever you are on your next inhale, shifting shoulders over wrist. And exhale, lowering through chaturanga all the way to the ground. We're going to move into Super Cobra. If you tent your fingers outside the edges of the mat, tent your fingers outside the edges of the mat. Again, pressing down through the tops of your feet and your toes. And on your next inhale, Super Cobra, lifting your front body, only going as far as you need here. And exhale, rolling back down, forehead to the mat. We'll go through that 2 more times. Inhale, Super Cobra, rolling up, lifting your heart. And exhale, lower. One more, inhale, Super Cobra. And exhale, lower. Hands back to the mat, elbows pinned to your sides.
And again, moving back into that tabletop pose. One round of breath here. And again, option to stay in tabletop or option to move into downward facing dog, lifting your hips up and back, pressing down and forward into your hands. A few moments here again to feel your breath flowing in this shape. And on your next inhale, look towards your hands. Exhale, walking your feet up towards your thumbs. And inhale, halfway lift, fingertips along your shins, crown of your head pulls forward. And exhale, lower, hands to the mat. And then inhale, rolling up into that Tadasana. Arms along your sides, palms facing forward. Extended mountain pose, sweeping hands up, stacking shoulders over hips. Again, either gaze forward or gaze towards the sky. And as you feel ready, palms to touch out in front. And on your next exhale, archer's twist. Left fingers towards the back edge of your mat. And inhale, swim forward. And exhale, twist. And inhale, forward. And exhale, twist. And inhale, forward. One more. Exhale, twist. And inhale, forward. We'll meet again in an extended mountain pose. And exhale, forward fold, pulling hands into heart center. Again, keeping it gentle, bending your knees, folding forward all the way down. And then inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands on the mat, moving into that tabletop pose. Again, option for tabletop or plank. And wherever you are in your next inhale, shifting shoulders over wrist. And exhale, lowering through chaturanga all the way to the ground. Again, we're going to move into that super cobra. Tent your fingers outside the edges of the mat. Push down through the tops of your feet and your toes. And listen closely on your next inhale, super cobra, lifting your front body, lifting your heart. And then exhale, lower your right shoulder, look over your left. And inhale, super cobra. And exhale, lower your left shoulder, look over your right. And inhale, super cobra. And exhale, lower back down. Hands to the mat, elbows pinned to your sides. And moving back into that tabletop pose. One round of breath here. Option to stay here in tabletop, or option to move into downward dog. Lifting your hips up and back, pressing down and forward into your hands. And this is your last tabletop or downward dog for your practice today. Again, a few moments here to notice how your breath flows in this shape. Again, maybe noticing the full cycle of your breath. Notice how your breath feels here. And on your next exhale, lowering down to tabletop. And swivel your legs out from underneath you. We're going to lower onto our back, supine. Option to keep that blanket for support behind your head here. And with ease and control, lowering down onto your back. And on your next inhale, moving into Apanasana pose. Bring your knees in towards your front body, hands on top of your shins, giving yourself a gentle squeeze here. And a few moments here for natural movement, maybe rocking side to side, massaging your lower back, maybe making circles with your knees, finding some movement in your hips, maybe flexing your toes, circles with your ankles, any movement that's calling to you. Keeping your breath flowing. Continue to breathe. And on your next exhale, bring your feet onto the mat about hip-width distance apart and arms out to a T or cactus. And on your next inhale, extend your right foot up high towards the sky. And exhale, supine figure four, left ankle above your right knee onto your quad. And if you feel situated here, imagine energetically pressing your right knee forward, working towards flexing your toes towards your shin, and continue to breathe here. Stay with each inhale and stay with each exhale. An option to stay here, or you can lift your left foot, threading your hand through to the back of your left leg, and then energetically pull your left leg towards your front body. Relax your shoulders and your head on the mat. If you're looking for more engagement and intensity here, imagine pressing your right knee forward while you pull your left leg towards your front body. You may be flexing toes towards shins. And breathe. Only a few rounds of breath here. And if your left foot is lifted, go ahead and lower it down to the mat. And then exhale, bring your arms out to a T or cactus and lowering your lifted foot and knee towards the left side of your mat, finding a gentle twist here. Only going as far as you need here. And again, if you're looking for more intensity, imagine stamping down with your right foot, press into the ground, and then press your right knee forward. And breathe. Again, maybe noticing the full cycle of your breath here. And on your next inhale, unwind, return to center, moving into the Apanasana pose, giving yourself another gentle squeeze. And on your next exhale, feet on the mat, arms out to a T or cactus. And inhale, left foot up high towards the sky. And then exhale, supine figure four, left ankle above your right knee onto your quad. Again, option to stay here, pressing your left knee forward, flexing your toes toward your shin. Or you can lift your right foot, threading your hands through the back of your right leg. Relax your shoulders and your head on the mat. And energetically pull your right leg toward your front body. And continue to breathe. An option to intensify, imagine pressing your left knee forward, pulling your right leg towards your front body. Stay with each inhale and stay with each exhale. If your right foot is lifted, go ahead and lower it back down to the mat. And then exhale, arms to a T or cactus. And allow your lifted foot and knee to fall towards the right side of your mat, finding the gentle twist on that other side. And again, option to intensify, stamping down with your left foot, pressing your left knee forward. And continue to breathe. Dropping in on each inhale and each exhale. And on your next inhale, unwind, return to center, that Apanasana seat pose. One more gentle squeeze here. And exhale, full body stretch. Extend your feet and your legs out long, stretching arms overhead. Stretch out really big here. And then exhale, release, lower down. One round of breath here. And then inhale, Apanasana pose. And then lowering your feet down to the mat and slowly rolling onto either side of your mat and pressing up into a comfortable seat. Thanks y'all for working through this slow flow today. You connected with your body and breath in a meaningful way, and that work matters. Take care.